Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about and teaching you about why proofreading and using the correct grammar are important to writing and reading. So what is proofreading? Proofreading is when we as writers go back and reread what we wrote to make sure that there are no mistakes. We reread to check our spelling, if we use the correct words, and for so much more. We want to make sure that what we as writers write can be read and understood by everybody who reads it. We make more mistakes than you might think, and a lot of the time we don't know that we've made them. That's why no matter how sure that you're right, it's important to go back and read what you wrote. We need to make sure that we are reading carefully and that what we are writing is correct, and we're checking for all sorts of other corrections and things that we need to fix. Why is grammar important? Grammar is one of the most important parts of writing. Grammar is how we spell words and use words. We want to make sure that we are using the correct spelling of words because if we don't, we can confuse the reader and leave them trying to figure out what we wrote. Sometimes our spelling mistakes are easy to miss, and like I said, it's important to reread every sentence you make carefully so that we can help the reader understand what we were trying to tell them. We also need to make sure that we are using the correct words when we write. There are plenty of words that we can get confused, and even me as an adult can forget and write the wrong word. Make sure you are going back in your sentences and making sure that everything is spelled correctly and that you are using the right words. When we write, we can sometimes confuse certain words that sound similar but aren't right. Words like there, spelled T-H-E-I-R, means that a person owns something. There, spelled T-H-E-R-E, means that there is something in or at a place. And there, spelled T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, which means they are. They all sound the same, but have completely different meanings. We as writers need to make sure that we're using the right words with the right meaning. If we don't, we won't be able to tell the reader what we really mean to say. This confuses them and us. Follow along and read carefully with me as we go over some examples of wrong spelling or of the wrong use of words. Remember to check for the right grammar and be sure to pause the video if you need more time reading the sentences. Our first example is going to be of Lucy and Charlie Brown. Make sure you follow along and remember to pause the video if you need to. Lucy loves to trick Charlie Brown. She always sets the football up for Charlie Brown to kick, but she always pulls it away last second. When she pulls the ball away, Charlie Brown always falls onto the ground. Were you able to find what was wrong with the sentence? Remember, we talked about proofreading and how important it is to read through things carefully. Alright, there were 3 mistakes in this story, and here they are. The words that were wrong are circled in red. The first word that is misspelled is trick. Trick should be spelled T-R-I-C-K, not T-R-I-K. The next word that is misspelled is football. Football should be spelled F-O-O-T-B-A-L-L, not F-O-O-T-B-E-L-L. The last word that is misspelled is away. Away should be spelled A-W-A-Y, not A-W-E-Y. It's important to catch these words so that when you finish writing, you know it's correct, and that you're not writing and spelling things wrong. Let's take a look at these next sentences. Make sure to read and follow carefully along, and remember to pause if you need to. Teachers love to teach their students. They love to answer their questions, and there are so many different ways that students can learn. Teachers should always try to include all of their students and make sure they understand what is going on. Were you able to spot all of the mistakes? Here's a hint. Nothing in this was misspelled. The only problem with these sentences is the use of wrong words. Let's read it again, but make sure you check for the right use of words. Teachers love to teach their students. They love to answer their questions, and there are so many different ways that students can learn. Teachers should always try to include all of their students and make sure they understand what is going on. Alright, here are the answers. The words circled in red are wrong. They're all the wrong use of there. The first one should be spelled T-H-E-I-R and not spelled T-H-E-R-E. The next one should be spelled T-H-E-I-R instead of spelled there as in T-H-E-Y''R-E. Next, the wrong form of there should be spelled T-H-E-R-E and not T-H-E-I-R. Lastly, instead of spelled T-H-E-R-E, it should be spelled there as in T-H-E-I-R. It's important that you all read through carefully and catch as many of the little mistakes as possible. We want to allow the reader to understand what we are trying to tell them while also helping us sort our thoughts. I know that everything we wrote can be kind of confusing, especially when words like there, and there all sound the same. But that's why it's important to recheck to make sure that we don't confuse ourselves or the reader. I hope you've all been able to learn something from this today. Proofreading is so important when it comes to being a good writer. You never want to confuse yourself or the reader by writing something that doesn't make sense. You can replay the video if you'd like so that you can reinforce the idea of proofreading. Thank you for watching.